Good morning, I'm Tina Laster and you're at the Farmer's Kitchen. Today we're going to be putting some of my herbs that I picked yesterday in the dehydrator. So what we were working with today is I have some sage, I have some basil, some curly leaf parsley, and I have some Italian oregano. And I also have some chocolate mint over here that is soaking in the water. So we're gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna just start off with my sage. What I do on my sage, I just break the leaves off. That's how I process mine. I just lay them out, and sometimes I put them in like this whole stem if I'm in a hurry, but if I've got a little time, I'll just go ahead and just break them off. That way I don't have to come back and discard all these stems later. And just kind of lay them in and try not to put them so much over the tops of each other. Just kind of put them in side by side. And just fill the trays up. It takes a minute to get everything put on your trays. But like I said, if you wanted to put them on there with the stems, that's okay too. And then after they come out, you can just strip them off the stems. And that might be easier for you to do like that. But I'm just going to go ahead and get that step out of the way so it'll be quicker to store them away. Well, it looks like we're going to get some rain here in West Tennessee for the next several days. I hope that during that time my garden grows a little bit more. If we have to have rain, and which I know my garden does, I would love for it to help that garden grow in abundance out there. God knows what we need when we need it. Seems like the closer though that we get to God, and the more things God does in our lives, and the more things that we look at and see God moving, we also see the devil at play. We see him trying to come in and interfere in our lives. The closer we get to God, the more the devil is going to come at us. The more he's going to throw things into our happy little lives and try to disrupt us. But we just got to keep on holding on to the Lord. And we've got to put our faith and trust in him. And there's days that my life looks so happy. And then there's days guess what I'm really trying to say is try not to let the stress of everyday life with kids and everything else that's going on with your workplace, if you work away from the home, even if you work at your home, you still have stress, you still have worry. See if I can get these on the other trays. I don't like just a little bit. Let's see if I can scoop this one over. Okay, now we've got one more tray. So let's work this curly leaf. I think what I'm gonna do is leave these on the stem, and then I can just take it and just, after it dries, I can just strip it off the stem. Okay, we've got our curly leaf partially done. Let's put our lid on and let's get it plugged up. Now, I'm going to get sweet basil, and I'm just going to rake some of the bigger stems off. And if it's too brittle at the end, like I said, with the parsley, I'll just come back and just strip it off of the stems. This smells so good. These leaves are so healthy on this sage. So good. Okay, let's see. And for this, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it on the stems and put it in. And then we can just come back and strip it off, because I may not keep the tops of these stems because they have blooms on them, and I may not keep the blooms, so I'll just go ahead and dehydrate them like this. get those on there. I need to put this on another tray part of it. I should have picked this a lot sooner before it started blooming. Well, podding up to bloom. Discard those stems. Now, got our third one. Plug this one on here. Okay, now, time to get our mint grind. That's got some dead leaves on. We'll have to pick through those. Sounds like it's thundering out there. Yeah. Try to pat these dry a little bit. Okay, it's been a couple of hours and I'm going to check the dehydrator and we're going to unload it. Move these back a little bit. Okay, these are crunchy and dry. This is parsley. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a pack of these oxygen absorbers. Like I said, I buy these in bulk and I get these on Amazon, and we're going to stick one in each one of our jars. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There are 10 little packages inside this pack. Okay. We're just going to get our funnel and I'm just gonna take the stems and I'm just gonna strip them. I'm just strip them off the stems. Now some of these smaller stems, I don't mind them as much, but the bigger stems, definitely gonna strip the parsley off the stem. It's been raining here all day in West Tennessee, so it gives me a chance to get caught up inside on some of my little chores I wanted to get done. And when you're dehydrating herbs, it doesn't take but a couple of hours to get those done because they're so small and they're thin, and the leaves are real thin, so it doesn't take long for them to dehydrate. And get the rest of this parsley off the top. Okay. Now. Okay. This is our parsley. It looks great. It gives almost a quart, but I guess if I press that down, it wouldn't give us as much. There's a couple of pieces. Okay, now we're going to do our sage. Our sage is just these dark leaves. They were so pretty and green. Now look at them. Brown. I know that this takes a lot of nutrients out of the plant, but you could use a freeze dryer, but I don't have a freeze dryer. I've always wanted one, but what I'm hearing, it costs a lot of electricity. It costs quite a bit of money to run one. And I've always wanted one, and I'm not sure that it would be cost efficient for me to want one that bad, you know. Because, I mean, we're trying to save money, not... It may, though, I mean, work out in the long run. Press those down. And just break those up a little bit so I can get more in the jar. Okay. Now, dust all of this parsley off that's falling down to the very bottom. Off my trays, and I'm gonna get these trays ready to put my chocolate mint on and get those going. Pour this out. Okay. Okay, let's check this one. Okay, this is the rest of the sage. Okay, I'm going to, this is the sweet basil. I'm just going to go ahead and put this in. But they're not very pretty when they dehydrate. I mean, they really turn dark. I wish they'd stay real pretty and green like they do in the other dryer, the freeze dryer. Okay. Now, I'm getting ready for, let me just move all this out of the way that's underneath. That way, if anything falls down, maybe I can scoop it up and put it in my jars. Okay, this Italian oregano just shrunk up to nothing. And it's not that pretty color either. But the blooms on it, I think I'm just going to leave them. I was going to take them off, but you really can't tell that much difference in them. And what I do is just slide down the stem. And it may take a minute to do these. I probably need to get a bowl and put them in a bowl first. Okay, let's see. They still smell so good. Ooh, I'm making a mess. I need a bigger bowl. I tell you, this makes a mess. think next time I'm just gonna dry it off the stems because it is making a bigger mess. But I don't know, look at all this that's falling off. Now this, I may put that in my bowl. That's quite a bit. Okay, go this way. Get this put in our jar. Okay. I'm going to clean up my counters and get everything kind of caught up. And I'm going to get these chocolate mint. I'm going to get them stripped off of their stems and get those put in the dehydrators, and we'll be back in a minute. I've got 2 more dehydrators going. I've taken the stems and stripped the leaves off of one batch in one of my dehydrators. Then on the other one, I left the stems and they're a little thick and some of my leaves are hanging out of my dehydrator. That's okay. I'll stick those in when it starts to die down a little bit. I'll just lift the tops and just push them back under there and they'll dehydrate. But it was taking a little while to get these all stripped off, and I still have enough to do probably 2 more dehydrators. And this dehydrator over here, I had to turn it off because my mom came over. We kind of had a light storm this afternoon, a little bit of rain. And so she was here visiting, and so it was so loud you couldn't talk. And so I just cut it off until after she left. So now we are just gonna get everything done up and get them in our jars and get our jars sealed and have our oxygen absorbers in there, and they should be good to go. So on our next video, I'll keep you informed on how many we got done. So God bless you. Until next time, we'll see you back here at the Farmer's Kitchen. Bye.